Hey guys, real quick before this video starts, if you'd like to support me and Lisa as we work on these awesome craft videos for you guys, feel free to join us on our Patreon or check out Lisa's SG shop where you can buy all this stuff and more. The links for both will be down in the description below. Right, now back to the video.
Hi everyone, welcome to Twins2 Crafts. Today I am going to show you how to make this autumn foliage shawl. It is absolutely beautiful with the leaf work, and it really does look like autumn leaves. So I would classify this as a medium level project because of the fact that it does involve front post and back post stitches. It has a 5-row repeat, and it does have an obvious front and back. So it also does have its own border, built-in border. You can add a border if you wish, but I think that the normal border is absolutely gorgeous. I am left-handed, so if this video looks backwards to you, it probably is. What we're going to need today is you are going to need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle for when we're done. And for a crochet hook, you can use whatever size you want to. I like the bigger, chunkier yarns, and I love how this looks at the size it is. And this was done with a size 6mm crochet hook. As for your yarn, I decided to use Karen Cake's Spice Cake yarn. And it is very gorgeous, very beautiful, and it screams fall to me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so to start off, you're either going to use a magic circle or you are going to use a chain 4 circle. Today, I'm going to use a chain 4 circle because I think it fits the pattern better. So you're going to make your slip knot, insert your hook into this hole, chain 4. Alright, insert your hook into your first stitch. I like using the back loop best, so I use the back loop here. And do a slip knot. Now, the first 2 rows we're going to do are going to be starting rows and are not part of the repeat pattern. So we're going to chain 3. And then you're going to do 1 double crochet. And you're going to chain 2 and do 2 more double crochet. Chain 2, 2 double crochet. So at this point, you have 3 sets of 2 double crochet with chain 2 in between. So from here, instead of chaining anything, you are going to turn your work. Okay. You're going to insert your hook into your second stitch and do a slip stitch. You're then going to start in the middle here. You're always going to work in the middle. So you're always going to do this every row. You're going to start with 2 slip stitches into the middle. Now we are going to set up our border. So this is the first 2 rows are setting up your border. So we're going to chain 3 and do a double crochet and chain 2 and 2 more double crochet. You are then going to chain 3. and work a 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 double crochet in the next hole. And that is the end of row 2. So for row 3, we are going to turn our work and do those first 2 slip stitches. Now this is the start of the repeat rows, okay? And these 2 sets here on the edge are the border. The border will remain constant at the beginning and end of each row. So we're going to chain 3, do a double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Okay, you're going to chain 3, you're going to find your middle chain in here, and you're going to do a double crochet into the middle chain. You are then going to do 3 more chains, 1, 2, 3, and do another double crochet into that same space. So you should have a V, a fan, a V, and it is in that middle chain from the previous row. You're then going to chain 3, and you're going to go in the middle here and do your other border fan. And so that's a chain, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. And then we're going to turn our work for row 4. We're going to do our 2 slip stitches into that second stitch and into the hole. Chain 3, a double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet, all into that same first space. So we have our border once again. You'll notice the border is a chain 2. Anywhere else in the middle is going to always be a chain 3. The only time you do a chain 2 is when you're doing the borders. From here, we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and start our first leaf. So you're going to do 7 double crochets into this V-stitch that you made in the previous row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and do our other border. I'm trying not to move around so much. I am quite jerky when I crochet. I don't know about you. So I am trying to keep this as straight as possible for you to be able to see. So that is 4 rows done. And as you can see, we have started our first leaf. So that's the repeat row, and that's the repeat row. That's repeat rows 1 and 2 out of the 5. For row 5, we're going to turn our work and do our 2 slip stitches and do our border fan here. So slip stitch into that hole, crochet 3 chain, a double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet into the same space. Chain 3. You are then going to do just 1 double crochet into this last double crochet on the border. So we're just going to go slip right into this spot here, and we're going to do 1 double crochet. And then we're going to chain 3. And this is where we start our front post, back post crochet pattern. For this one, we are going to start with a front post. So we're going to go into under the first one and up over the second one. We're going to grab our string, our yarn, we're going to pull it down and under and back up, over the hook, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops. So we're going to do that again through all 7. So we're going to go under and up, wrap around your hook, pull through, wrap around your hook, pull through 2, pull through 2. That is 2 of the 7 front post crochets, double crochets we need. So I'm just going to finish the 7 here. Alright, and when you finish the 7th one, go ahead and chain 3. And again, this first one, because here, over here, remember it's pretty much the same on both sides. So we use the last one here for the double crochet. We're going to use the first one on the side for a double crochet. So we're going to put this here and do our double crochet. Then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we do our border fan, which is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So for row 6, you now see that we have a very specific back and a very specific front. This is going to be important to remember. So we are going to do our normal border stitch here. And from this point on, I will not be saying the border stitch out loud, because I am sure by this point you know it is chain 3, double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet into the same space. So I will no longer be saying that after this point. Chain 3, and we are going to do a double crochet into this lonely single post here. And we are going to set up for the next row of leaves. So we are going to do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and do another double crochet right into that same stitch. And chain 3. You always want to chain 3 in between your leaves. Okay. And this is our first leaf that we're working on before. So because we want to keep the front, and the back, this is where we do back post crochets. But it's also the row we want to decrease the leaf. We only do 2 rows of the 7. So you're going to take your crochet hook and wrap your string around. You're going to go to the second stitch, see 1, 2. You're going to go under and out, pull back under, wrap around, pull through 2, pull through 2. And you're going to want to do 5 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, under the 4th one, pull the string out, 4 here, wrap around, go under, grab your string, pull through, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. So we now have 5. I like to give it a little tug. That way it gives it the best look possible. Then we'll go into chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And again, it's symmetrical, so we're going to do a double crochet, chain 3, and a double crochet, chain 3, and do your border fan. And we're going to turn our work for row number 7. As you can see, our first leaf is almost completed, and we are about to start the next row of leaves. Each row of leaves starts halfway through the previous leaf. So we're going to do our border. There we go. And chain 3. So you get your border, chain 3. Now in this space that we created here with the 2 double crochets into the 1, we're going to do 7 double crochets. And then you're going to chain 3. And here we're going to do front posts again, but we're decreasing, so we're going to skip the first one. We're going to go under and out the other side of the second one here. Wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through 2 loops, wrap around, pull through 2 loops. And this time you're going to have 3 front posts. Make sure that you're not grabbing beyond this here, that you're staying within the previous row. So you're going to want to go under here, grab, and 3. You're only going to have 3 this row around. Okay, and chain 3. And we're going to do 7. Over here we did 7. Here we're going to do 7 as well. So 7 double crochets. 1, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do our border fan. And we're going to turn our work for row 8. And this is the last row in the repeat sequence. So here we go. We're going to do our 2 slip stitches into the middle and do our border fan. And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we are going to work, we haven't done this in a while, we did it back here. We are going to do it here. Every 3rd row, you are going to do a double crochet post into your last border, edge of the last border fan. So, every 3rd row. And this is row 6 of the 6 row repeat. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And here remember we are on the back side showing, so we need to do back post crochets, double crochets. So we're going to do 7. We're going to do 1, go, I turn my work so I'm looking at the back, and I go under, grab my string, pull back under, wrap around your hook, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. If you still don't get the back post double crochet at this point, I would either rewind and watch again, or find a video tutorial on the back post double crochet. Okay, and I like to give it a nice tug. Chain 3. And here we only have 3. We're going to decrease. And see, we did 1 here. We're going to do 1 here, but it's going to be a back post. So we're going to do a back post double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain, and 7 back post crochet into this one. And 7. We're going to chain 3, do a double crochet into this stitch here, the edge of the border fan, chain 3, and do the border fan in this hole. And turn your work. As you can see, by doing those 6 repeat rows, you have done 1 entire leaf. Now, you've also halfway done the next 2 leaves. So every 3 rows, you start a new leaf, and every 6th row is the pattern repeat. It would be a 3-row repeat if it wasn't for the difference between back post and front post. So, well, now we're going to do row 9. I'm going to do a couple more rows with you to make sure that you have this through. So, we're going to do our border. We're going to chain 3. And we're going to do the double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into this stitch. I call it the V stitch. I'm not sure what you call it, but you can call it whatever you'd like. Now, a good way to remember if you forget what stitches you're doing is every time you do a V stitch, you do 5. So 5 is the Roman numeral, V is the Roman numeral for 5, and that is how I remember. So I've got a V stitch here, and I'm going to do 5 crochets. So again, we're going to skip the first one and do the second one, and because we are looking at the front, it is a front post. All right, and then we're going to chain 3, and here we're going to do a V stitch right into the top. We're not going to post it or nothing, we're doing it right into the top of the stitch. Double crochet, chain 3, and double crochet for your V-stitch. Okay. And then we're going to do a chain 3. And remember, Roman numeral V is 5. So we're going to skip the first one and do 5 front post. Chain 3. And we're going to do the V-stitch in this double crochet. Chain 3. And our border fan. Border fan. And chain 3. This is the row 2 of the repeat, so makes this row 10. We're going to do 7 double crochet into that space. Chain 3. And we are going to do 3 back post crochet. Chain 3. Seven double crochet into the V-stitch. Chain 3. 3 back post double crochet. And chain 3. Do 7 double crochet into this V-stitch. Chain 3. Border fan. And you're going to want to turn your work. As you can see, I've had a color change 2 rows ago, and looking at the front, you can see that it is very pretty. It adds a little bit of depth to your leaves. This is the last row I'm going to repeat with you, as it'll finish the second set of leaves, and it should be pretty repetitive by then. You just need to remember that which side is your back and which side is your front, and that'll determine whether you're doing a front post double crochet or a back post double crochet. So this is the last row I'm going to do with you, and then we will go from there. Slip stitch, almost did a single crochet. You're going to do, after you chain your 3 here, you're going to do a double crochet into this space. So 1 double crochet into the edge of your border fan. And you're going to do 7 front post double crochets. Chain 3, 1 front post double crochet to finish off the previous leaf. There we go. Chain 3 and 7 front post double crochet. Chain 3, 1 front post double crochet into the middle one, chain 3, 7 front post double crochet, chain 3, do 1 double crochet into the first stitch of your border, and you're going to do your border chain 3 and then your border fan. Okay, and that is the end of row 11. So as you can see, you have 3 leaves completed and you are halfway through the next 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing the repeat pattern, and you're going to do this for as long as a shawl as you want, and then you're going to come back and I will show you how to finish it off. Okay, so I have finished my rows. As you can see, I have made it so that I have almost completed the 14th leaf. Okay, so when you do your border, you want to make sure that your stitching has your front posts front. I tried doing it previously with finishing the leaf, and the border just didn't look correct. So make sure wherever you finish, whatever length you want, that you have staring at the front posts when you do your border. Okay, so this is where it changes. This is what we do. Instead of doing our slip stitch, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to grab the first chain and we're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, and then you're going to do 7 single crochets. So 1, 2, and in here you're going to put 2 because there's 2 chains. So you're going to match it stitch for stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Now for the 8th one, you're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, and you're going to grab the top and side and slip stitch. This is giving you a little knob look, and it'll complete the, as well as giving a finished edge to the entire project. So every 8th single crochet, you're going to chain 2 and slip stitch back into this single crochet. So I still have 1 more in my chain, so we're going to start here. 1, 8, chain 2, 1, 2, and go back and grab the top and side here like that of the single crochet and do a slip stitch. 1, 2, 8, chain 2, and slip stitch back into that 8th single crochet. 8 more single crochets. Chain 2. And slip stitch back into that stitch. And you're going to want to keep doing that all the way around, all the way to the top. So I have reached the end of this row with the border, and I'm just going to show you how to finish it real quick. We have our little chain knob there, and we're just going to continue with the 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you notice 8 is this one here. We're going to do that and chain 2, do our slip stitch and grab all 3, and then we're going to do a slip stitch right into this one here, and then you're going to chain 1 and you're done. So that's how you make this beautiful autumn foliage shawl, and I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you did, please give it a like, and if you want to see more of our stuff, please hit the subscribe button. We're going to be posting a new thing every week on Fridays, so I hope you enjoy, and come and join us next week for our next creative craft. Bye!